Hello everyone, Shroomraver here, and today it is Thursday, and you know what that means. It is time for Themed Thursdays. Yes, indeed. Now, today is episode 38, which rather excitingly makes this officially the longest running series on the channel, which is really exciting. Previous to that was the old Platinum Nuzlocke. That ran for 37 parts, but yeah, we're on to episode 38 of Themed Thursdays, which is really cool. We're going into the PU tier today. And what we've got is a theme suggested by the Feline Chansey on Twitter. Feline Chansey suggested like domesticated or farm animals. Farm animals, try that one again. Farm animals seem pretty cool. Lots of options there in the PU tier. So without any further ado, let's get into the team we're using. So first up, we have Go-Goat. I like using Go-Goat. Go-Goat is pretty cool. And what we've got here is a sort of mixed defensive. Do I want mixed defense? Yeah, I kind of do, really. I just want to be able to sort of maximize hit-taking potential, I guess. It's sort of a weird EV spread. We've just got Horn Leech, Rock Slide, Leech Seed, and Milk Drink. Usually I like an AV set, but you know what? We'll just go with this for now and see how it works. Yeah, Goat. You know, Go-Goat's pretty cool. I like using Go-Goat. And we'll see how we rock out with this particular set. Next up we have Bull. This is Tauros. Obviously Miltank would be a bit of a better one, but if I go Miltank I have to go up into NU, and that provides problems for the rest of the team because they're all PU. So we've gone with Tauros, Tauros being a Bull. Nice and Sheer Force, Life Orb, Max Attack, Max Speed, Rock Climb, Rock Slide, Earthquake, and of course Fire Blast. Very important Fire Blast, in case I come up against something nasty. Steel types and rocking around. Bulky grass is also a bit of a problem for Tauros, so we've just gone with Fire Blast. Speaking of fire, we then have Horse. Horse is Rapidash. I like running Choice Rapidash. I think it's very powerful. I have run Banded before, but I was missing out on a Scarfer, so I thought, why not go with Scarf Rapidash? Flare Blitz, Draw on, Wild Charge, and Mega Horn, with that Adamant nature just to increase the attack power as much as possible. So within those three, we've got some nice physical attackers. So looking to get hitting on the special side, we then have some defensive things. Pig here is going to be Grumpig. Leftover Stick Fat, all very standard stuff. Psychic, Taunt, Thunderwave, and Whirlwind. What we've got here is another sort of mixed defensive thing, because we've got another defensive one coming up. Taunt on there seems a bit weird on such a slow mon, but it does outspeed with those 4 EVs in speed. I believe it does outspeed Ariados, which I think is in PU. Stop it getting up the web, which would be nice. Yeah, it's just pretty bulky all round. Then we have Sheep. Sheep is Fluffy, nice and max physical defense. So on that note, we're actually just going to make you fully specially defensive. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, that seems good. So, Sheep is Fluffy. I like using Fluffy. I think Fluffy's a good mon. Eviolite dual screens with Toxic and Volt Switch. Obviously gets walled to all hell and back by Volt Absorbers and Ground types, but we have ways of dealing with that. The former Volt Absorbers, we've got things to just hit them hard. Earthquake on Bull. And for the ground types, one of the mons we have is Duck. Duck is going to be Golduck. We've got a Choice Specs Golduck here. Scald, Ice Beam, Focus Blast, and Psyshock should be hitting fairly hard. We've gone max speed just to increase it as much as possible. So yeah, that is pretty much going to be it for this team. I haven't used this, I haven't tested it at all. So it's going to be an adventure, but it's one we'll take together, gang. So with that being said, let's get into 1 or 2 battles and see how this team does. Right, slight change of plan, gang. I don't know why I thought Tauros was PU. It's not, it's NU. And there's not all that many sort of farm animal types in NU, so we're just going to take this team into NU with 1 NU mon. Why the hell not? Let's see how we fare. So have fun to Steven R26. He has threats all up in here. We're going to have to see how well we can do against this. Leads, I mean, I'm looking at these two here. I have seen Lead Jinx with the Sash. Could be Wheezing for the T-Spikes. I don't have Hazard Recovery. Hazard Removal. I think my lead is probably Golduck. There's the Sand Slash. Does he just go straight into Cradilly? Yeah, he does. There it is. But, oh, that does not do as much damage as I would like. This is specially defensive. I was rather hoping it would do more. We're going to go for it again. I don't think he can kill us. Toxic, okay. Do we see Protect? Of course we see Protect. Why would we not see Protect? The switch here is a potential thing, but I'm going to go for Ice Beam again anyway. You know, just in case he doesn't switch out. I can see Pyro or Jinx coming in here. But if either one of them come in, I have switch-ins, I think. I swear to God, if this guy goes for double protect, I will not be impressed. No, he's going to go into the Jinx. That's fine. That still does damage. And Jinx, you know, I have a Grumpig who doesn't mind going to sleep, I guess. But he's not going to go for sleep. He's going to go for, like, Psychic or something. So I'm going to go to Grumpig. He might go for Sub. Shadow... Ooh, ow. No, no, sir. Sir, can we not? I'm going to T-Wave this. If he goes into Scyther, even better. But I can see him staying in and going for Shadow Ball. He might go for Sub. I hope he doesn't. Don't go for Sub. If he does, I'll Whirlwind him out. Or her, I should say. It is a Jinx. That's female. Cradilly, I mean I'll Thunder Wave you. And then I will taunt you. Instantaneously. I'm not letting you do things and stuff. No, sir, no, sir, no. not even a little bit, sir. We're not playing those kind of games. I can make a really offensive play into Taurus, but I think I'm just going to go to Go-Goat. Because I'm imagining he's going to go for some kind of grass type move. I would have thought. Which means I can't go into Golduck. He's actually going to pull the switch into Sandslash. This is fine. I'm okay with that. This could be his opportunity for rocks. I am going to go for the Horn Leech. I can see Weezing coming in. If Weezing comes in, we have problems. But I don't want him getting rocks up for free. Yeah, okay, there's the Weezing, that's fine. Problem with Go-Go is there's always going to be that 1-1 that you can't hit depending on what move you have. You know, you pack Earthquake, you can't hit grass types, you pack Rock Slide, you can't hit Weezing, you pack Zen Headbutt, you can't hit Steel types, it's a problem. What do I have for this is the question we have to ask ourselves. I'm rapidly losing switch-ins to Jinx. Grumpig's taking too much damage. Question is, what do I need Go-Go for? I'm just going to go for Leech Seed. I hope I can take a Sludge Wave. He Willows. Well, that's better than a kick in the teeth, I guess. I don't have Bulk Up, which is a problem. If I had Sub, I'd be looking in a much better position. What I could do is go into Tauros and bait the Willow and go into Rapidash. And then I start firing off Adamant Flare Blitzes, and nothing wants to take that. That's what I'm going to do. Ooh, Scyther's in. I mean, that's okay. Perfectly happy about that. The only things that remotely want to take a Rock Slide are these two, like Cradilly isn't going to appreciate it. We'll have to see what he does here. I think I can take a hit. Tauros is fairly bulky naturally. I think I can take a hit from Scyther. Especially if it's unboosted. And especially if he's jolly. He might be dead. He might be dead. In fact, he is. He is dead. He is like so many different kinds of dead. Weezing is the thing he could do here. He could bring in Weezing. If he does, I know what I'm doing. I'm switching straight into Rapidash to get that Flash Fire boost. That'd be nice. There's the Weezing. I mean, Rapidash is coming in here. I can tell you for one thing, nothing wants to take a flash fire boosted out. Oh, he knows that it's coming. That's a shame. He gets the poison. Oh, that's not what I wanted to see. I'm going to Fluffy here. As he sets up the T-spikes. I mean, most of my things are done anyway. Done, I mean, statused anyway. Let's get the Reflect up as he goes for Sludge Bomb. And gets a, of course he gets a poison. Oh, dear me. Screw up, let's get the light screen up. Everything is going to be poisoned, apart from poor old Go-Go, who's going to be burnt. But yeah, I was rather hoping he'd go into Sand Slash so I could get the Reflect up, tank a hit, and go for Toxic. That was my thought process. He's going to go into the Pyro as I get a light screen up. That's okay. Now I'm going to Volt Switch. I can take a hit from this, I feel like. Maybe, hopefully, perhaps. Yeah, of course I can. I'm a Flaffy. Of course I can take a hit. My Rapidash, if he's Scarfed, does not outspeed. Is he Scarfed? He probably is, let's be real. I really want Cradily out of the way before I start firing off. Well, actually, he's got 2 water immunities, isn't he? I'm going to Duck. I'm going to Duck, and does he go into the Jinx or the Crate? I'm going to go for Focus Blast. I'm going to go for the Specs Focus Blast. I mean, if he's Scarfed, Pyro's actually not that ridiculously powerful, so I can take a hit behind the screen. I'm rather hoping he goes into one of his Water Absorbers, because I'll bop him with the Specs Focus Blast. There's the Cradily. There, yes, it's gone. Okay, that's a weight off. Wheezing is his switch here. And I still really need Golduck around. Thing is, he's wearing down my team to the point where eventually one of these two is going to be able to sweep me. But we're hanging in. We're hanging in. Who does he bring in, really? He must know I'm choiced from the previous bits of play. He goes into Jinx. Sir, you're not taking this favourably. This is probably a massive risk. But I'm going to go for it. I can take it. I'm not happy about that. I am not happy about that. I'm really not happy about that. That's annoying. What health are these two on? They're on full. They're tanking hits from Rapidash. That's so annoying. He doesn't know I have Toxic on the Fluffy. I need to get that in on the Sand Slash. I'm going to Rapidash. I'm going to go into Rapidash, I'm going to click Flare Blitz and watch something die. Well, actually, the Wheezing won't die. The Pyro will take big damage. The Wheezing will take negligible. I'm hoping for 30% on the Wheezing. 36, that's not bad. I will take that. And at this point, I'm just going to go for damage. Just going to go for the damage and get the burn. Yes, we get the burn. That's exactly what I wanted to see. Okay, now we're looking a little bit better. Now we're looking a little bit better. What kind of speed are we looking at? I can't risk Tauros. Tauros has suddenly become very important. Essentially what I need to do is get damage onto the Sand Slash and rather hope that Tauros can tank a hit from Pyro. I have to go into Grumpig here. I don't really have a choice. I have to go into Grumpig, and I kind of have to go for Psychic. I mean, he might bring in the Jinx, but I can Thunder Wave it if he does. So I'm going to go for Psychic. He goes into the Sand Slash. That's not so bad. That's big damage on Sand Slash. Okay, Grumpig needs to get out of there. Grumpig's kind of important for damage on things and to tank maybe one hit on his special attackers. He goes for the knockoff. Glad I got out of there. Wheezing can come in, but I'm going to Leech Seed something. I'm going to Leech Seed something and kind of hope it's the Wheezing. Oh, this is still up in the air. Here's the Pyroar. We get the Leech Seed off, which is, you know, nice. What's my play? I have to let this go. I have to hope he misses a Fire Blast. I have to let Goat go, and he switches out into Sand Slash. I was sacking this. That's not bad. We Horn Leech here. See what this Sand Slash is going to do. That was interesting. I guess he was predicting me to, I don't know, go into something else. Maybe the Tauros. More likely the Grumpig. More likely the Grumpig, but I was kind of sacking Goat at this point. What does he do here? He goes back into the Pyroar. Leech Seed probably would have been better. What I do here, I think, is... Do I sack Fluffy? No, I don't think I do sack Fluffy. I think I just sack Go-Goat. He has Heat Wave, okay. I mean, I have a thick fat Grumpig. I have a thick fat Grumpig. Who is my switch? I go for Psychic. He goes into the Sand Slash, damage on Sand Slash, get a crit, that's very nice. I outspeed him. I'm going for Psychic again. I outspeed him. Which I didn't think I did. I forget what speed Grumpig has, but it's faster than one may give it credit for. So down goes Sand Slash, that's nice. I'm still taking a little bit too much damage, but I can still tank a hit from Jinx. Pyroar, not so much. But if Jinx comes in, or well, either one of these, I will paralyze it. Because I will take a hit, I think. I'm fairly sure I can take a hit. It's gonna be the Pyroar. Okay, this is the moment of truth. Do I take a Hyper Voice from Pyroar? From 58%, max special... I'm not max special defense, I don't think. Oh, I don't take a Dark Pulse. That's desperately unfortunate. Alright, it's now down to Tauros, really. I have to hit some rock climbs. I've already missed a Focus Blast. I'm done missing moves for this battle. There goes Pyroar, so he's not scarfed. Now, Wheezing. Do I take Wheezing out? Stab, Sheer Force, Life Orb, Rock Climb. Yes! Okay. Jinx. There's a part of me that wants to run a calc because I don't want to miss a rock climb now. What kind of defense are we working with? 35, I'm earthquaking. He's outspeeding. Yes, he dies. Yes! Oh my lord. That was such a good game. So his Jinx was scarfed. That was a cracking game. Wow, okay, that came down to the wire. I mean, we've probably got time for one more, so you know what? Let's go for it. Let's get our second game. Right, here we are against, is that Logan or Iogan? I imagine it's Logan. We'll say have fun. There's another Cradilly there. Claydol, Huntail I'm a big fan of, except it'll probably be Shell Smash. Because no one seems to know how to run defensive Huntail, which is the way to run Huntail, let's be real. He's got a couple of flying types there. I've seen Unpheasant as a lead. I don't have rock removal. I am just going to lead with Golduck again because it seems to be a decent-ish lead. So that's what we're going to do. Golurk. I don't know, mate. He could be AV. He could be going into the Cradilly. I am just going to go for the Ice Beam. He's Scarfed. And now he's nearly dead. He's Scarfed into Dynamic Punch. That's an interesting one. I will go into Fluffy here. And absolutely tank the hit. Fluffy or Flaffy, whichever you want to say, is too good. I'm going to start dropping Toxics on things. I mean... Yeah, there's the Claydol. I hurt myself with Confusion, obviously. I mean, why wouldn't I? We're going to go for Toxic as he Earth Powers and we just die. Is he offensive Claydol? I mean, sir, if you are, props. He's got, like, so many different kinds of resistances to go. 1, 2, 3... Yeah, well, a few. This is potentially his switch into Fletchinder. So we're going to Rock Slide. Unpheasant, I'll take that as well. Doesn't do an enormous amount of damage, but what can you do? Go-Go is not taking a hit from Fletchinder anyway. He might take one from Huntail. But I think I'm probably just going to Leech Seed. Aerial Ace, well, take it at the very least. Can we take another one? No, we can't. We don't have Fluffy anymore. Which is a shame we didn't get a Toxic onto the Claydol. We also don't have screens. So this could be something of a losing battle already. I'll try and Milk Drink. We don't take that. But that's okay. That's okay. Is he Scarfed? If he is, we might have problems. We might have problems if he's Scarfed. But what I'm going to do is go into Tauros, who naturally outspeeds. He actually naturally outspeeds Rapidash, but we are Scarfed Rapidash. I'm going to go into Rapidash. There's nothing on his team that massively wants to take an Adamant Flare Blitz. Like, there are things that will. Like, Claydol will, and Fletchinder doesn't particularly want to. I could Wild Charge, but I think he's just going to go into one of his ground types anyway. So I'm going to Flare Blitz. Yeah, there's the Claydol. Who does not take that in the slightest? Rapidash, sir, I'm going to have to ask you to stop. So that's that. I mean, now he just brings in Huntail, doesn't he? He literally just does that. He brings in Huntail. No, he brings in Unpheasant. We're going to find out. He goes for Quick Attack, so he's not Scarfed. We take out the Unpheasant with Horse, so that's nice. Now it could be the time of Huntail. No, it's Fletchinder. Ah, of course, the priority. Acrobatics. Going to go into Grumpig. That doesn't do enough. Not bad. I will T-Wave something as he goes for another Acrobatics. I realise that he's got priority Acrobatics. I do realise that, I promise you. And I realise that Grumpig's kind of a nice switch, but we're just going to go for a Whirlwind. Ah, he gets paralysed. Here's the Golurk. I mean, this is his Scarfer, isn't it? I forgot. We're going to Psychic. He Earthquakes, he takes us out, that's fine. But Rapidash, we are ourselves Scarfed. I kind of want to go for Megahorn. predicting... No, what's the point? I'll just Flare Blitz. That's going to be damage on Cradily, so that's nice. Down goes our Scarfer, which is unfortunate. And now I rather think his Golurk just kind of wins, which is less than ideal. But I'm going to try and make it a 3-0 at the very least. We're going to Ice Beam. We're going to go for that big Ice Beam. And that's not going to take out Cradily as he Energy Balls for the KO. Well, it's Tauros versus the world. I think a combination of Golurk's Dynamic Punch and Huntail's Sucker Punch and all the things that Fletchinder has will take us out. Earthquake should do for Cradily, and it does, so at the very least it's the 3-0. Which ain't so bad. I imagine Golurk comes in here, we know he's Scarfed. We outspeed him! Is he not Scarfed? Or maybe he just doesn't outspeed when with a Scarf. Maybe he's not fully invested in the thingy, what's it, that one thing, attack, the speed. Here's the Fletchinder though, he does land the acrobatics. Do we land? Yes, we land a Rock Slide. Okay. 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 Huntail will have Sucker Punch, I imagine. No, not necessarily. Oof. Close. Close. A much quicker game than last time. That was very close indeed. Whew. Well, there we go, ladies and gents. That is going to be it from this battle, this video, and indeed this episode of Themed Thursday. So, thank you very much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed. Let's take a quick look over that team again. I mean, a few things did work. Like, I mean, Tauros has clearly got thumbnail because it just put in the finest. Sheep and Pig tanked hits. Duck did okay. Horse was pretty powerful. Go-Go fairly ineffective. But yeah, you know, not bad. So thank you, as I say again, for watching. Thank you to Feline Chansey for suggesting this week's theme. And remember, if there is a theme that you want to see me use, put it down in the comment section below, or hit me up on Twitter. You can always catch me there. That is indeed what the Feline Chansey did. He or she, I'm not actually sure which, sorry, sent me a message on Twitter suggesting this theme, so you can always do that. Because yeah, remember, this is how these things work. You suggest a theme, I'll bring the team. So give me your suggestions, I will try to get around to them as quickly as possible, and as many of them as possible. But as I say, we are going to get out of here, so my final thank you to you all for watching, and I guess with that, I will see you next time. Laters.